Hi, it's Pilar Kallenbarger with Collecting Our Angels, Nurturing Our Children. And I needed to get on like I talked to you about the signs. I was doing a blog about worthiness. And remember, we talked about that last time in our live chat. Well, I started writing this blog and it made me think, hey, I need to do a live chat right now because someone out there could very well be thinking and feeling the same way I am right now, and I want to help you. So let me just read you my first paragraph. So recently, my journey had me follow the path into that dark tunnel, traveling down, looking for that light at the end. As the purpose of a journey, we learn how to become aware of our purpose, which in turn shows us the worthiness we already had. So I wanted to talk to you about how this came about. First of all, yes, I have a fan on me. It is 80 degrees here on the beach and humid. I know people back east, people in, I know Paris had a really bad heat wave and I'm dying. But you know what? I really wanted to talk to you about this. So I have my fan going like I'm in a Beyonce concert and it feels great. So I started with what was my purpose. And these questions came up. Remember, I was talking about this last time. And what I came up with was when you are stuck and you feel like you don't have a purpose, but yet you feel like you're in that flow. You have people on this end coming down on you, but you're actually feeling really awesome. So it's like you are in a peaceful area, but you have other people like trying to put you down. So what happened was today I listened again to the weekly radio bit that Matt Kahn does. It's Matt Kahn, Kahn, and he started talking about a little bit of worthiness, but with purpose, and how in our journeys we feel like we have to always have these positive feelings all the time, and we really don't. He was saying our belief that we only feel positive feelings is wrong until the end. It's like, and there really is no end. We are going to just keep learning and moving on, helping others. Also, that we're not at our highest expansion means that we're not worthy of enough. Well, we already are. We just are not aware of that. And what he says in this radio bit helped me understand this and then relate it to children. So let me get to that. So first, he puts us at a point where we feel we have to accomplish these things. We have to get it in our minds that our purpose is already inside of us. So is our worth. We are already worth. We don't have to wait. We don't have to chase anything, is what he's trying to teach us. So we need to take our time through our journey. It's not a race. We don't need to go super fast. We don't enter first grade and get all the way through fifth grade in 1 year. We have to remember that with our spiritual journey when we're going through these things. When we get upset, when feelings surface, we're growing. We have to be excited about that. Oh my gosh, I'm starting to get upset about this. At least we have that to think about when we're going down that tunnel when it is really, really dark. Okay, so he also says life will start to slow things down if you go too fast. If you're like in a big race, I'm going to get through this journey so I can just hang out at the end and kick back for the rest of eternity. No, that's not going to happen. So we just have to take our time. We have had our purpose and worthiness already tucked into our little luggage that we've been carrying around with us. We've always had it. Just like Dorothy says, she's always had the power to go home. That's what we have to teach our children. They have their purpose and they have their worth. It's already inside of them. So we're trying to be in so control of everything. to get promoted onto our journey that we forget to live in that present moment. I was feeling that wonderful present moment when the universe made some of my jobs go away this summer. I directed myself and listened. I worked on a walk every day. I did yoga. I did eating clean food. And then I also meditated. I did really great writings. I was doing my live chats, really working hard on those. And I felt like I was just flowing down a river. It was so peaceful. But then came the adversity. So what happened was I was getting it from another end, saying I wasn't working enough and things like that. And that was my lesson. I had to learn, no, I am worthy enough. And we have to remember when we're feeling that and somebody's attacking us, they're trying to work on something themselves. They're working on a lesson that they have to learn. So let's get back to it. So we have to remember that all that we want and what want to be is already there. It's already inside of us. It's already available. And it's waiting for us to receive it. We just need to learn to move towards it. It's already here. We just don't see it yet. We are basically working on our awareness of this. So that's what we're working on. It's already there. We just have to be aware of it. And when we're going through those dark tunnels, we have to hold on to that luggage, I feel, that's full of the knowledge that we do have worth. My luggage of worth, I need to hold it closer to me when I'm in that dark tunnel. It will help. We have to remember that we don't have to climb a ladder because we're in a lower area in order to get to that place. We already have it. We just have to learn how to deal with some of our feelings. So here's what Matt said in his radio message, and it really was awesome. He says, the more I love myself, the more brightly I shine. And that's when it started connecting in my brain to help students and children. Not only us moms, parents, but to help our students, our children. If we say this, the more I love myself, the brighter I shine, this tells us that we love every part of us. We begin to see our purpose and worth. So now at this point, the positive part of us hears and sees the true us. So then it's like, oh, okay, there I am. I really am that. It's in there. Because then our light starts to shine. There's our brightness. I felt this, like I said, when I was enjoying my bike rides and my yoga, and it was just an amazing feeling. It's like a really flow, quiet, peaceful. It's also for those who know how to ski, or if they ski, or if they surf. You catch the wave, and all of a sudden there's this silence. And that's just kind of how I felt. To me, that's when I know I'm with the universe. I'm with God, universe, whatever you want to call it. So this feeling was present. But then there's the time when things try to work on us. So I remember as an educator, how am I going to find my worth? Well, really quickly, I put in for a job. I thought it was closer to my town here, but it was actually up north. But I found out that I was accepted as a fourth grade teacher, making $60,000. There you go, Pilar. You know your worth right there. I didn't take the job because it just wouldn't have worked out with our finances. I would have had to live up there by myself and so on. So it didn't work out. But to me, I think of that as a gift from the universe saying, you do have worth. This is how much you're worth. But now your purpose is to work where I think you need to be for these other children in special ed. Or just children like the past 2 days in a kindergarten class that I worked in, where there are children who were having that feeling of missing their parents and how they had to get through it. And I helped a few of them get through it. And it was really like, wow, there was my purpose that day. Wednesday and Thursday was to help those two young ones who were crying a lot for their parents. And at the end of the day, they had smiles. So it worked out. So what I'm trying to say is listen to your intuition, the whispers, and they will tell you, you got this. I'm doing this the right way. Although I didn't take that job and took the other jobs where I would just work as an instructional aide, I did know my worth because the universe gave me the boost and helped me out with my finances. When I needed money, I needed certain bills paid here and there. Things need to work out for the better for us. And they did. So there you go. So remember, we don't have to be positive at every moment also. When we're going through our trauma, when we're feeling these negative feelings, and these feelings are surfacing so that we can feel them and then hope that they leave, we have to remember that we don't have to be positive. That's like trying to be positive when something negative is happening. It's okay. We're not attacking others. We're just feeling, and we're waiting for it to let go of us. We don't have to be misleading to our heart or our mind, thinking that we have to stay positive at every moment. We do feel negative while we feel certain trauma. That's what I was just saying. So you want to let them come up. And the way that we don't need to have people tell us, oh, just let it go. Just drop it. We wouldn't drop a baby. We wouldn't just let go of a baby. We love it and hug it until it's ready to go. And that's what will happen for these feelings and for grief, things like that. And it will take time. So those people who are telling you to drop it, they don't know what they're talking about. Also, Matt helps us understand that we don't have to put up this fake shield of thinking we have to be so positive to keep the negative away. That actually works as avoidance by trying to push positive into the space where we are working on negative. This only delays our knowledge and awareness of what really burns out of us, and then what's really in us. That's what we have to remember. When people in our life reach out and seem to attack us, it is their way of saying that they're working on feelings that are coming up for them. So we have to remember that. They're attacking us. Well, what's the lesson? What are we feeling? What is it triggering in us? But we have to remember they're attacking us because they're going through something and they're working their stuff out. So that's what we have to keep in mind. Their harsh words that trigger our sense of unworthiness begins to unravel us. But that's when we have to pick up our luggage and remember, nope, I have my worth. It's right here. Those who are aware of their purpose and worthiness, they will simply send love to the other. So that's what we have to do. Just send out your love. They are aware that the other is hurting and working on their own feelings and releasing their feelings that surface as we meet them head on with love instead of more negative feelings for them to process. We are showing them love and helping them to see their worthiness. So actually, by just letting them attack and let them get it out, we're helping them. It sounds kind of weird, but we don't want to do this in a way that is like in an abusive way. I'm not saying stay in any abuse. No. If we're being told we're not working enough, I remember that's what started this with me. They were showing me negative words. A sibling was posting things on Facebook for others to see, and it just was like about my weight, and it was just horrible. Receiving a text that my dad died instead of any phone call, yeah, that can make your self-worth plummet. Yeah. And then it reminded me of, well, how would we do this better? How would we see the lessons of others? We're all different individuals, but Helen Keller had it already in her to learn in different unique ways. She had to let go of her crutches of having people do things for her, not trying to learn sign language and just grunt or yell. of other things doing things for her and step out into her greatness, and she did. So that's what we have to do. So as I was listening to this, and as I was listening to Kyle Cease, he has a new book out called The Illusion of Money. Really has nothing to do with how to make money. It's about how your mindset is so that you can receive your blessings and money. It's an awesome listen to. You should find that on online. So anyway, I'm trying to connect him, and I connect Matt in my mind for children. So how can we help our children through their learning process? I learned that I don't have to correct those who are being negative towards me. I don't have to correct my sister who is doing things online. It's what she's going through. I don't have to correct people who are telling me I'm not working enough. It's something that they're working on. I know I'm working enough. I know what my purpose is, and I know my worth. They're working on their stuff and their healing journey. I learned that since everyone has their purpose and journey already inside them, they only need to be told and shown. Those who aren't being told that their highest expansion is already inside them, they act out. This is what I mean with children. So as parents, we need to tell our children, you have worth inside of you. It's in there. And once they know that, they won't act out as much. There's a lot of children who have IEPs for behavioral problems when all they need is a little bit more attention at home in a positive way. Having them being told their worth in everything that they do. Because then sometimes they act out because they think they have to search and wait instead of knowing that in their heart and mind that it already exists in them. We have to help these students. We have to help our kids. So this is why so many children are having behavioral problems. And then it dawned on me, oh my gosh, remember the song that Whitney Houston used to sing, I found the greatest love of all inside of me. As the song goes on to say, teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. This is about the children she was talking about at the beginning of the song. Give them a sense of pride and make it easier. That's what we have to do. It'll make it easier for them. This is how we need to instill this into our children. This could lessen the outbursts and poor behavior stemming from the fact that they feel worthless. We have to let them know they're not worthless. They already have worth inside of them. Our actions towards our children is the key. So what I wanted to remind you is, as an infant, they already know how to go through certain stages. They're equipped with the knowledge of speech and walking. And our brains know that. Certain stages, there are certain things we have to do. We mumble, we make sounds, we listen, we rock, we start to crawl, we lift, our muscles get stronger, we walk. But at the same time, the same thing is true for us. We need to realize that our potential is already in place, just like these infants with walking and speech. It is up to us to notice it and put it to great works. So please do yourself a favor. If your child is acting out, try to remind them of their worth. And if you're going through things that are hard, try to remember that you already have worth inside of you. You already have a purpose. Just take some time to stop in the moment. We don't always have to be chasing something, is what Matt Kahn was telling me today in his radio bit. We don't have to be chasing. It's already right in here. Listen. Who are we supposed to help? How are we supposed to help? I have to tell you, that's the key. I started this a few years ago. I started just writing blogs and then sharing them on Facebook. Then starting my own Facebook. And now, awesome job with myself now. So I'm telling you, it does work. That's my daughter trying to call me from Philly, my PhD girl who sent me those beautiful roses right there. They are actual roses that will last a year. She's amazing. She's so trendy. She always sends me the most beautiful things. So I'm going to end this now. Try to find a cool spot, get a cool drink, and I really hope that this helps you and your children who might struggle with certain behaviors. Don't forget, just breathe, connect, live in the moment, live right now. Okay, have a great one. It's Friday, and if you have off this weekend, enjoy. And give your kids extra hugs and whisper in their ear. Whisper right in their ear. You're worthy. You're amazing. I can't wait to see all your purposes in this life. Have a great one.